Hey, I'm here for a real quick, probably only going to do one drawing, but I'm here for it. Going to be a short one. Let me get my chats up on my browsers so I can see them. And we'll get the show on the road. That, that, perfect. Pause that. Hey, hello. Hello, Chloe. Hello, Dulce. Welcome, welcome. Wah, ha, ha. I don't know why I added the wah, ah, ah, but there it is. All right. I only have time for maybe one drawing or maybe two quick drawings. You haven't been here for a few days. I've been hauling, camping. That'll do it. Six Flags. Awesome. Which Six Flags, Dulce? I love my display. Okay. Your fingers are working right. Hello, Jason Bacon. Welcome back and thank you for additional roses. No extra charge. Well, I guess there is extra charge. Huh? Right. The one in San Antonio. Oh, that's nice. I'm from California myself, so I know Six Flags Magic Mountain is the one I'm used to. Although I lived in the Bay Area, there was Six Flags Great America was the one I grew up with as a child. Yeah. So that was in the Bay Area of California. All right. I need a suggestion. There's only four people hanging out here. What would you like me to draw? Maybe a cartoon character. Let's stick with that. Drive an hour. Nice. Wow. Well, it's not bad. We lived half hour from Six Flags Magic Mountain before we moved. Hello, Lisa H. Welcome back. Sonic the Hedgehog. I have drawn Sonic a lot, but oh look, we're listening to the same song. I just paused it and here we are. I guess I've done Sonic a lot. You'll see the drawings in my most requested playlist. But you know what, Kevin? My name is also Kevin. I'll draw this angle of Sonic. I've never drawn this angle of Sonic. Almost fell asleep waiting for me. No, I've done too many SpongeBob's. I've done fewer. SpongeBob is also flooding my most requested playlist. I'll do this version of Sonic. I don't think I've drawn this version before. This angle of him where he's looking straight onto the camera. So that's what we will do. Hello again, Kay. Yeah, we'll stick with your first request. If you go to my most requested, yeah, you definitely see a lot of different versions of Sonic, a lot of different versions of SpongeBob. It's a lot of fun. I suggest you check it out after the live. This is my handy dandy Etch A Sketch watch. Drake, of course, Drake Latte. I'm going to use this to time approximately how long this drawing takes, although I need to get my stylus where I want to draw. Hold on. Let me adjust my drawing camera for YouTube. It's out of focus. I should do that before I start, but here we are. Okay, we're good to go. Oh yeah, now we're gonna start. Where are we gonna go? We're gonna go right here. Yeah, right here. Say goodbye to the repo robot. Bye, repo robot. Bye, repo robot. All right, let's do a little drawing here. Here we go. So yeah, I did an hour and a half live earlier. My wife came home, needed help with groceries, but I also worked on some dishes, fed the dogs, and got vitamins ready for tonight for the kids and us. So yeah, I got a lot done in that short amount of time. Well, maybe it wasn't so short. Lisa H almost fell asleep. Hey, look at that. Do a fuggler. Candy Mendez, welcome to YouTube. I don't recognize your name as far as being on the lives. Candy, want a fuggler. What's a fuggler from? That's not quite centered. So someone just asked what I do when I make mistakes. I retrace a line as one option. That's what I'm going to choose to do now. So I'm going to move this line in a little bit and then retrace it back and forth to kind of darken it. There we go. And then there we go. And then pushing the powder around to draw the eye kind of hides that too. Let's draw this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time for another drawing after this one. Dinner is being made and won't take very long. I might be able to do a quick one after this. Oh, I need to draw that like this. Nice. And let's go back around this way. I'm on the right side of his eye. What am I having for dinner? You know what? It was so funny. It changed 3 times between my lives. At first, it was going to be soup. And then my wife decided there's not enough time to be making the soup she wanted to make. The second option was going to be fish and cook up some salmon. But then she wanted to do fresh green beans in a special way with some Parmesan crumble on the green beans and fish. Then she decided, no, I'm not up for that, not enough time. So now it is going to be classic mac and cheese for dinner. Mm. It's got to be horse. You are right. Yeah, I give you 1,000 points. And Adrian asked and what else? And shoot, I think mashed potatoes. Um, so the age-old question: how does this work? So this box has very fine aluminum powder in it. The aluminum powder sticks to the glass with static electricity, and as I'm turning these knobs, there's a stylus on the inside that I'm moving around that moves on an XY axis. Axis, yes, and it scratches the powder off of the glass. So I'm not really drawing a line, but I'm creating negative space. And that's why when you turn this over and shake it, the powder inside will fill in these lines that I'm scratching off. All right, that'll work. Not perfect, but it looks nice. Try hard. What does that mean? That's right, John. Try Hard is a Christmas movie. Oh, wait, I'm thinking about Die Hard. Oh, this is going to go on for another 9 minutes. Let's skip that. No, I don't. I've drawn Shadow before, but if I've drawn one character, I'm not going to draw another character from the same theme in the same live. I like to keep variety in my lives. So if I'm, like I wouldn't draw Knuckles next or Tails because I'm drawing Sonic. It could be requested in another live, but not this one. There we go. I'm actually in the process of doing a Jack Skellington drawing on a classic size Etch A Sketch. It's a diamond edition Etch A Sketch. It looks really cool. I'm actually, if you go to my TikTok profile, you'll see day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. I'm now 4.5 hours into the drawing. I've actually done all of the drawing. So I'm doing quick drawings now, but that's a 4.5 hour drawing. When I draw on the big size, on the regular size Etch A Sketch, it's called classic size. When I draw on the classic size Etch A Sketch, I actually spend a lot of time, hours. I'll work on it again on Tuesday night. Decide I'm going to work on it Tuesdays and Thursdays. Everybody screaming. Oh, very nice. How does it even do that? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean how does this work? I actually just explained how this worked. I'm sorry if you missed that. I can explain again. Or do you mean how can I do this? This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. Ah! That was my Pee-wee singing. This is Halloween. How can I do it? Well, I just picked one up one day and just figured out I could do it. I'm going on 30 years having used the Etch A Sketch as an art medium. So I could say almost 30 years of practice. But also I just learned it's how my brain works. Our friend Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king. This is Halloween, 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 Halloween. This is a cover, not the original. It's from the soundtrack, but it's a cover. It's from the 2-disc soundtrack. Whee! Yeah, so I've drawn. I was saying when this was requested, I've done a lot of Sonic drawings that's in my most requested playlist. And but I don't think I've ever drawn him at this angle, this straight on. So I decided to switch it up a little. That's what I do. Like I've done a ton of SpongeBob's, but if I were to draw another SpongeBob, I'm willing to. I'll just find something I haven't drawn before. An angle. That's right, Lisa Age. SMR. Some Etch A Sketches actually have a little squeak to them, some older ones. This one doesn't. This one's not making any noises. But yeah. It can be ASMR. I've also done it where I'll just turn off my music and speak quietly, then really turn it into ASMR. If the person who asked for Jack Skellington, if you're still here in a little bit, I can show you that drawing that I'm working on after I finish the Sonic. So when I do my lives, I'm both live on um, YouTube and on TikTok at the same time. For TikTok, I download the footage when I'm done, and that's what I use to make my time lapse videos that I post in my profile. And then for YouTube, I have multiple webcams that I'm using. You can see me while I'm drawing. You can see, oh, well, thank you, Deshaun. You can see the stopwatch that tells me this was a 10-minute drawing of Sonic. Also, you can see the Sonic drawing that I am drawing, my reference image. I'll show you my Stitch drawing. I'm not going to draw a Stitch. That's another one of my most requested drawings is Stitch. I'll show you one I've got right next to me after I finish this. I'm also going to stop and I hold the drawing up at a better angle so that way you can see. Um, that'll be my closing shot of the time lapse. So I'm going to pause for a moment here. 10-minute Stitch. All right, we're going to zoom in. And I think, oh, wow. Oh, goodness. I don't know if I have time for another drawing tonight, but if it's something simple, I might. Or I could just simply show off the drawings I have next to me. Oh, the chicken costume from Toy Story 2. Yeah, that's a good one. Sometime I would love to do like every drawing that's done on the Etch A Sketch from the movies. I've done Lilo as well. I'm pretty sure Lilo and Stitch is one of the drawings. Here's my Stitch drawing. Oh, let's go ahead. I think I will spend the rest just showing off drawings. Here's a Stitch drawing for you. Mhm. In fact, I'll take my watch away. And then this is the Queen of Hearts. Hey, thanks, fam. Car pimp. What? The Queen of Hearts. I'm actually going to make the backside of a card, and then I'm going to make it in the end. I'm going to cut it in half, and then make it a two-sided Etch A Sketch. This is a 2 hour drawing. It's the most I've spent on a little pocket. This is a almost an hour. You've got who is this? Springtrap. Springtrap. Happy Easter to you, CB. Then I've got these are just some of my favorites. It doesn't mean I'm going to keep them, but I like how that one turned out. So this one I had to draw sideways like this. I've also got next to me. I'm just showing you things that I have next to me. Let's put Stitch back. I also have one. This one took 20 minutes to just scratch off all the powder, but it shows you how the insides work. So you could see inside there's the aluminum powder. There's actually little plastic beads that help spread it. You can see the plastic beads inside. And then as I turn the knobs, it's scratching off the powder off of the glass. I feel like I just did Omni-Man. But I'm just showing drawings now. I don't think I'm going to do any more drawings. This is my Etch A Shrek, where it is actually a Shrek. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Moving some things around. This is a Shrek Etch A Sketch. The Shrek. I think this was a 2.5 hour drawing. Shrek and Donkey. Thanks for the follow. This is a 6 hour drawing. We're getting longer now on our drawings. This is a 6 hour drawing of potatoes sack race. Great concept by my friend Bub. Potatoes sack race. Potatoes in a potato sack race. Very nice. Then 8 hour drawing. I have done Astro. I have done Astro. Then this is an 8 hour drawing. This is the monorail going over submarine rides. Time lapse of these are all on my YouTube channel. I do. Spider-Man's coming up next, actually. That's so funny that you asked. And so this is a little hidden Mickey here, and also my initials. So I'm going to show you my Jack Skellington one now. I'm in process. So I have this process where I draw the shading. In fact, let me just set this aside real quick and show you my Jack Skellington. So here's the one I'm currently working on. This is where my stylus is down at the bottom. So I've got my sign here. So I've done all the shading. It's really dark. This is on a diamond Etch A Sketch, little diamond handles. And I love the chiseled edges. I thought it'd be perfect for a Jack and Sally. This is for the 60th anniversary diamond edition the company gave me. So I've done all of the shading on it. It's 4.5 hours right now. And so what I'm going to do on Tuesday, I'm going to work on it again where I'm going to lightly shake it. I'm going to lightly go up and down with the drawing, and it's going to fade the whole drawing. And then I'm going to go back and I'm only going to retrace some of it. And so you can see that here on the monorail itself, this underside shading is a lighter tone than this darker shading on the window. And that's exactly what happened. I lightly shook it and then just retraced the darker shading. So that's the process that I came up with. A lot of other Etch A Sketch artists have come up with that too. So this is my Spider-Man drawing. This is actually on. You're seeing TikTok. You're seeing this is what YouTube sees right now. I've seen this is a 24-hour drawing. Now I do plan on going live tomorrow. I'm not sure when. So this is a Stanley Etch A Sketch. The company gave me about 16 of these. In fact, they did. Gave me 16 of these. So this is a 24-hour drawing. When I do these big drawings, I only work on it 1 hour at a time. But you can see the two-tone shading in Spider-Man, where his head and shoulders and arm are all lighter shades, and then I darken the blue part, the lower half. Or wait, is that the red? No, that's the blue. So he's got the two-tone look. Might be hard to see, but again, if you I did actually have somebody ask to buy it, and when I finished it, they kind of have ghosted me now because I was willing to sell it for $800 because, oh, hi. It took 24 hours. It's on a limited edition. That's not normally, I don't do this for a living. You know what? I'm going to turn on my Etch Cam for YouTube. Hi there. Um, so yeah, thank you. And that actually works. Someone like my crowd. So I do sell some. In fact, I've got on the pocket side, you can see in there's a pinned video on TikTok that shows how I preserve them. I have drawn Hogwarts, a lot of SpongeBob. I don't have one to show you, but if you go to my playlists on TikTok, there's a most requested. There's a lot of SpongeBob drawings there. Jason Bacon has bought 3 of them. So what I do is I'll preserve them. I cut them open. I take out the powder that does the erasing, glue them back together, and put them in these frames. Sign the back. So a drawing this size goes for $50. It's not my business. It's not what I want to make as a business, but it's nice to do that on the side and get a little money for like the equipment I bought for my TikTok lives. What else do I have over here? Oh, persistence of memory, classic drawing or painting, Picasso. I'm a Picasso. Anyway, so this is what I do. So you go to my YouTube videos, you see a lot of the time lapse for the detailed drawings. I do try to have those. There's a playlist on TikTok, favorite detailed drawings. Otherwise, my shorts on YouTube, my TikTok posts in general are usually from these lives where I do drawings. And so we try to keep religion off of here. I'm a believer, but at the same time, we try to keep this as a safe place. Welcome for all to be here. Thanks. Thanks for the follow, Jojo. So yeah, this is what I do. So please, any social media, I'm Etch Artist. My website is etchartist.com. You can go see a gallery. Some of my older drawings I've been drawing on the Etch A Sketch going on 30 years now. So check that out. And yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night.